Alright, peace and greetings, YouTubers. Alright, good to see you all. My bad for being gone for a little bit. I know some of you were cussing me out because I did not do an inauguration video and a few other videos, but believe it or not, I was actually recovering from a partially collapsed lung and pneumonia. I don't know how that happened and how you get that kind of combination, but somehow it happened. And which threw me off because I'm kind of a health nut and I'm always warm. You know, I stay bundled up and stuff and I usually eat right and everything like that. But somehow, Mother Nature said not on my watch today, and Mother Nature took me out for a little bit. And so on inauguration day, I was in the bed laid out on meds with my blood pressure going high as I was watching the Obamas leave and crazy president we got now come in. And actually, I actually already had it in the video. The last video I did, I had it then. I just didn't know at the time. But it's a good thing I went to the ER and got all that stuff checked out. Because hell, I don't know what y'all new president y'all elected. I don't know what he might be doing. Hell, he might have us counting jelly beans in order to get in the ER in about 2 more weeks. So I'm glad I went now. But anyway, so BET launched a new series that covers the story of New Edition. And it's a great mini-series, kind of like the same format that they had when they did the Jackson 5 American Dream series, where it's on for more than one day. And so I really like this concept and this approach that they've taken because they can really go into detail about everything. And so New Edition is not really from my era. Well, they are in the later years. So like when they got to the Home Again album in like 96, that was kind of, I was in like 3rd grade by then. But around the time that I can remember those early memories of music from like 89 and 90, by then they weren't really a group. Like any Heartbreak era I think was kind of wrapping up. And Bobby was already doing his solo thing. Ralph Tresvant was getting ready to do his solo thing. Velvet Revolt was getting ready to come out. And so that's kind of my experience with New Edition, and I remember them later down in the years. And actually, in 4th grade, we performed Hit Me Off at the talent show. I don't know how the teachers let us get away with that, because clearly that song was about sex, but I guess, you know, I was like 9, so I didn't know what I was singing about. But I had the line talking about, let me take you for a ride to the other side, singing that at the gym in front of all the little white kids. But anyway, so far, I'm really enjoying this series. It's really, really well put together. I love the production. I love the development. They really put some effort into this. This isn't some half-done, you know, thrown up against the wall little project that they put out. This isn't a Wendy Williams production like they did that Aaliyah movie. You know, it's really well put together. I love that they took the effort and time. You can just see it in just watching it. The casting is on point. The kids that all play New Edition when they're kids, those actors got it in. Kudos to all 5 of them. I hope all 5 of them are very successful in their later years. They got it in. The kid that plays Ralph Tresvant has a wonderful voice. That kid got it in. When his voice matures, I hope all the record label people are looking for him because he's going places. Same for the kid that played Bobby Brown. These kids were like really, really singing. I was like, they got it in for this movie. I like that they had clearance to do stuff so they could actually use the music of New Edition and all of them in the group like that. And so, you know, you're actually getting to witness the songs and everything like that, and you kind of get a great introduction into the impact that was made at the time. Sometimes when they're doing these biopics and, you know, they do these movies about singers and stuff, there's sometimes an imbalance where it's either the balance and focus is let's capture the impact they made musically and leave out their personal story, or let's capture the personal story and leave out the music. This project so far has done a great job of blending it both, because sometimes some of these projects and stuff, they end up being so rushed, especially the TV, made-for-TV ones, because they only get like 1 hour and 30 minutes of screen time once you take out commercials, that they have to rush things. So sometimes you'll watch these biopics and stuff, and they'll jump 10 years in 3 minutes, and you're like, wait a minute. So this one's really, really good. Some of the things I also noticed, by the way, I don't know how they got this little kid to look just like Bobby Brown, but kudos to the casting director. I hope they get everything they want for Christmas. That little boy looked just like Bobby. Same for the guy that plays Ronnie. In my opinion, he kind of looked like Jason Weaver, the guy that played Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5 American Dream miniseries from back in the day. And speaking of that, I'm wondering if this series will kind of be like what Jackson 5 American Dream was to my generation. Will that be the same for like these kids that are out now? Like, we used to stay emulating that movie back in like middle school and at lunch break all the time. I'm wondering if the kids do the same. We'll find out. We'll see. But the music was really, really great as far as them re-recording the songs, and I love that they could sing. And then even the adults. So you have Luke James. You have the guy, I can't think of his name, but he played the little brother in the Butler, and I think he was in The Wiz. I want to say Elijah Blake, but I might be wrong. And so they have all of them in there. So the singing is on point. The performances have been great. I feel like I'm living in 1982, 83, 84, like as I'm watching this, which means that the director has done a great job. And there's a lot of people that are in this film. You got even Lala was in there. I was like, okay. I like that they brought up the conversation of contracts and just understanding the logistics of the music industry, because there's so many people that have been screwed over in the music industry up until the 2000s because they didn't understand contracts and everything like that, and parent companies and residuals and royalties and everything like that. And so I remember when they got the $500 bonuses and they were so hyped, and I was like, man, they are about to get screwed. Woo! So after they did that world tour, and you know, they sold all them records and went all around the world and came back to $1.87. Oh, the kind of charge I would have caught after that, like that was crazy. But you know, black folks will find a way to stretch a dollar. So I'm sure their mother still took that 187 and split it 5 ways. They took that 37 cent like it was nothing. All right, that's 25 cents for the gumball machine. That's money for Sunday school, and the money that's left over, you can put those little coins on top of the on the turntable, because you know when the vinyl be skipping, you just put a little weight on the needle. It'll stop that skipping sound, and your records are playing real good. So I know they used all $1.87 of that money that they got. But it's interesting. I'm glad that acts like New Edition and Tony Braxton, TLC, and them have told their story about what they experienced in the industry as far as contracts, because it's given leeway and insight to the up-and-coming and the later generations about what not to do and what to look out for so you don't get screwed over today. So people like to make fun of the TLCs and Tony Braxtons, but without their experience and without them warning other people about what has happened in the past, there'd be a whole lot more people having TLC and Tony Braxton stories. Because that TLC one, that's some blood pressure raising stuff. Like, you raise $70 million for your label and you leave with $100,000? Oh, somebody would have got shot. Left out would burn about 3 more houses down that day. But anyway, and their manager, Gary, like, the guy that plays him, I can't stand him. Ever since he killed Tyra Banks in Higher Learning, I can't trust him. So y'all watch out for Gary, because he's about to be a snake for real. But no, overall, I really enjoyed the film. The music's great. The history is great so far. I love the storytelling. It's very detailed. I feel like I'm right there with them watching this. Maybe because, you know, anything that's from before 2005 I'm down with. But this has just been really fun to watch so far. So let me know your thoughts. BET, I think, should continue to do this kind of series for other acts too. Like, do like a Destiny's Child one or Jodeci, or what would really be dope is doing like a Bad Boy Records one from like 1994 to 2000 and talk about like Biggie and Kim and Total and all of them. And even that kid Jerome that nobody remembers. That would be a dope series to watch. But I'm really enjoying this. Kudos to everybody that's involved so far. It's well put together. Y'all got it, BET. This the highlight of the week, because between y'all new president that's in there and me trying to figure out which country in Africa I'm moving back to, this was a sigh of relief. So I'm out. Subscribe. Share your 2 cents.